Hey everyone, welcome back. This is yet another tag video, and this is the Fancy Pants shave, or where you use gear that is either your most expensive or gear that makes you feel special. So I have a couple things. I almost went with a few other items, but decided to use the gear that I went with, and I'll get into that as we progress. Now, I already have my lather whipped up in my beautiful Captain's Choice bowl. This is one of the very first artisan bowls, I guess, that I ever got. I got this for Christmas one year from my parents, and I absolutely love it. Use this most of the time when I'm home. The brush I went with is a Deadpool from Craving Shaving. There we go. Craving Shaving Deadpool brush with a, I don't even know what knot this is one he doesn't carry. I almost came, and I mean almost, super close to using my Rich Man Shaving S1 Innovator Hulk. I almost went with Hulk. I had it soaking, you can see it's still kind of wet, because that was my very first custom brush. And that was a gift to me from Rich. So I almost went with that one. I absolutely love everything about that brush. The colors reminds me of Hulk. I'm a huge comic book fan, huge nerd. Although Hulk's not my favorite character, but I do enjoy the Hulk. It's named the Hulk because of the color scheme, and it is a massive brush. So I almost used that. But the reason I went with Deadpool is because my wife special ordered this brush to be custom made by Charles. And Charles has become a very good friend of mine. So because my wife ordered this one specifically for me, she knows I love Deadpool, she commissioned Charles to make this custom brush. So that's why I went with that over Hulk from Rich. The soap is my absolute favorite scent, should be no surprise. That is Blackland Vanille from WSP. The aftershave, I got this long before I got the soap. The aftershave here was my introduction to WSP and their scents and longevity, just everything about it is just gorgeous. And then I ended up picking up the soap when I was in Chandler the year or so ago on vacation. The razor is it's not one of my absolute favorite, it is my favorite razor. That is the Sabre L2 plate on a Rod George catacomb handle that I got from Rod when I met up with him in California a couple years ago. So the Sabre is my absolute favorite razor. Before I got into using chevettes and straight razors, I was very heavily involved in single edge razors. I use a single edge 99.9% of the time. And the Sabre is my absolute favorite. It's the most expensive razor I own. It's one I use the most out of all my razors. And it constantly provides phenomenal shaves. I absolutely love this razor. This is, if I can only use one razor for the rest of my life, which would be quite boring, Sabre would be it. And I mean quite boring because I can do this shave and not think about angle and pressure and anything else like I do with a chevette. Because I've used this razor so much that I know it very well. I know how it works, I know what to expect. It's easy to use. Very similar to WSP products. I love WSP, and that's no secret to anyone that watches my channel. I know how much water it can handle, how much, and here you can see I got it really nice and wet. It'll just come off like that. It's just a beautiful consistency. I could easily have used it straight or shave it with this lather. It's beautiful. The scent is phenomenal. I suck at describing scents, but it's sweet, but dark. If that makes any sense. You can take lots of water. It works well when it's slightly underhydrated. It's still extremely slick. It's just a phenomenal soap. Just love everything about it. And the handle I put on the Sabre from Rod George, I mean, just look at this thing. All hand done. And Rod does not own a lathe. He does all this on a drill and files. And just, the craftsmanship of his stuff is absolutely top notch. And Rod could easily just sell his handles, but he sells them with a Maggard's head, and it's great. Rod is a phenomenal gentleman. And gentlemen, I mean in every sense of the word. I had the pleasure of going out to dinner with him one night when I was working in California. And we hang out for I don't know how long, but he's just a phenomenal gentleman. Beautiful craftsmanship on his stuff. If you don't have a Rod George handle, seriously recommend getting one. They're absolutely gorgeous. They're comfortable, they handle very well. And plus Rod's just a heck of a good guy. This is one of the most comfortable handles I own. And it looks, in my opinion, it looks great on the Sabre. About the same length, just slightly longer than the standard Sabre handle, but it just adds a nice little heft to the razor itself. It's the 8th razor I've used it on. Now if I had a carve, which I plan on trying one out here shortly, shortly is a relative term, but I'm looking into getting a carve DE razor as well, probably in brass, potentially aluminum. I haven't decided which one yet, depending on what's in stock when I go to get one. I know the brass handle looks phenomenal on the brass Christopher Bradley from Carve. Obviously, brass. And to be honest, the intention when I got the razor was to get a brass Christopher Bradley Carve razor. And shortly after I got this, I started using Chivettes. So that kind of put getting the Carve on hold. Well, I still use DEs occasionally. I just like the feel of the SE. I like that thicker blade. This and the Chivette, although one of my favorite Chivettes, the Focus Slim, does take a half DE blade. Go figure. I like thicker blades, but one of my favorite Chevettes takes a thinner DE blade. Oh well. I have no idea how many shaves I have in this blade, but it's still working beautifully. 0 issues. Mowing down 24 hours of growth. That's kind of also why I like the SE blades over DE. They last longer. And look at that. And I shaved yesterday. That's why I shave daily. My hair grows very fast. That's why I can shave daily. This razor just mows through growth. Pretty decent audio feedback. Great build quality, absolutely top notch. Very tight tolerances. Seriously, if I could only have one razor, it'd be boring and I'd be sad. Maybe the Sabre. Which kind of sucks because I travel normally quite a bit. So I have to buy another one to live in my travel kit. As it stands right now, the Starling from not WSP, PAA lives in my travel kit. Another one of my favorite razors. Man, that was super close. No irritation. Just a great shave. Even my areas where I have a hard time with the Chevette because of how my hair grows. Right here, here's those hard to get in my neck, my hollows. All that feels really good. I need a slight touch up, but man, it smells so good. So today, and I'm almost done with the shave, but I had to head down to Salt Lake again to go to a hospital so I could get remote access or request remote access for a project. I've only had to go down there about 6 times. And it's not like a quick jaunt. I mean, it's an hour drive one way to get there. Even more now that I've moved a little bit further north. So that was fun. I got to go down there again today. But it got me out of doing 2 of the 3 remote trainings today. Because by the time I had to get down there, it's an hour drive. I was like, I don't know how it's going to take. So I can just close down these sessions for me and let someone else handle it. And because this is a project we've been trying to get going for a long time, getting the access is kind of priority, and it was relatively slow yesterday and today and as far as trainings were concerned. So let me go down to Salt Lake and take care of that. And then tomorrow and Thursday, tomorrow being Wednesday, today's Tuesday, you probably see this Wednesday. But tomorrow I have 3 trainings and they're scheduled for 2 hours each. And they're all for different facilities. And of course, each facility has different nuances that you gotta get used to when training is on and whatnot. And it's just, it's a pain. But luckily on Thursday, again, where I have 3 trainings a day, we're all the same facility. So little nuances there will be relatively easy to get used to. There we go. That was my fancy pants shave. Let me grab my alum. Just 1 second. Not my alum. My witch hazel. Don't know when to grab this out earlier. Luckily, he's just right in the closet next to me. So we're going to finish up with some Thayers Witch hazel. This is lavender. Don't really get the scent of lavender, but oh well, whatever. Thayers doesn't have super strong scents on their witch hazel or any product anyway. Just a slight hint of lavender. I'm not going to splash my, I'll do my dome. I'm going to shave it anyway. Off camera. Where'd you get that? And then to top it all off, my absolute favorite splash, and that is Blackland Vanilla from WSP. My wife's favorite scent. My favorite scent. Because it just smells so stinking good. Almost said a bad word there. A little bit of burn. So good. All right, that finishes up my fancy pants shave. Now, as far as tagging anybody, this has been around for a while. So I honestly have lost track of who has and has not done this. So I'm just gonna issue an open tag. If you wanna do the fancy pants shave, consider yourself tagged. I know it's a bit of a cop out, but today was a busy day. I didn't have time to look into who all has done this, so my apologies. Anyway, what a beautiful shave. Again, Black Amber Vanilla from WSP. If you haven't tried WSP products, you like kind of darker but still sweet scents. This is very, like kind of a little bit darker vanilla scent, but oh, I absolutely love it. My wife loves it. I bowl lather, so I just scoop some out of the tin and put it in my bowl. Beautiful stuff. Perfect for travel size too. Although the tins can get tinted, one to keep in mind. Use that. I use Deadpool, which you all have seen. Has a little awesome Lego Deadpool minifig in resin, made by Charles over at Craving Shaving, and the Sabre on L2 with the Rod George Catacomb handle with a who knows what use gem PTFE blade, all whipped up in my copper Captain's Choice bowl. Great bowl if you haven't tried one of these. If you're a bowl latherer, highly recommend it. Anyway, that'll do it for me. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you to all my new subscribers and everyone that watches my channel. Thank y'all, and I will catch you guys